a wonderful musician, and we've known each other through the Grammy parties and things. But I wanted to talk to you today, Steph, about this exciting trip you just took to Sicily. Yeah. So tell me, I was just talking to my co-host here, Kathy Takushi, and I'm saying I'm seeing more of this. People kind of want to go back to their roots. Your friend, Tantra, went back to Sicily to get married, right?
She did, yeah, and I was able to attend her wedding, and it was a great experience.
Well, and it's interesting because, she could have done, it's so funny, people come to Hawaii to get married all the time. And here, right, she's from Hawaii, you're from Hawaii. Instead, she wanted to go to Sicily. So what was her reasoning in wanting to go to Sicily to get married?
Ooh, you know what? That would be a question best for her. But I know that's where her roots are. And I can tell you that the church that she got married in was the same church that her great-grandparents got married in Susa. So that was kind of, that's all I know about that. But I think it was probably a pretty compelling reason.
Well, you got an Italian name. Don't you have Italian roots, too?
I am. My father is Italian. His parents are from actually northern Italy. So this was my first time going to southern Italy, where Tantra's family is from. But it's actually pretty different, but also a lot of similarities, too.
Well, first of all, it's a long flight, of course, So coming from Maui there was like quite an adventure. What, about 22 hours to get there?
It's like the other side of the world.
It is.
Okay, I flew from here to L.A. and then L.A. to Rome, which was really fortunate because that's one of the more direct flights. And that particular flight was 13 hours.
Wow.
So I think I traveled for 27 hours that day, and then also I had a hop from Rome to Sicily, to Palermo.
And so tell me what it was like. I saw your pictures. It looked so old world and so charming.
Yes.
And I've been to Italy also about 5 or 6 or 7 times, but I haven't really been to Sicily, so I'm very curious about how it's different.
Yeah, so Sicily is an island, much like we are on here, and it's tropical on the Mediterranean. So It was very warm out. The water was warm. It was actually very similar to Hawaii. And I have to look on a map, but I don't know if it's got the same distance from the equator or how that works, but I was surprised. It was the water was warm because I haven't been to another place where the water is that warm.
What's the water like? Is the water different colors? Like here we have certain colors.
Yeah, absolutely. The sand is a little bit more gray.
Yeah.
So it's not the white sand or the yellow sand or golden sand, but the water is just as clear. They have snorkeling trips, and there was actually a trip that I didn't go on, but I was amazed that it was like a nighttime trip. You could go out on a boat at 9 p.m. to midnight.
Wow.
And you could go out to this other little island that is an active volcano, and you could watch the volcano flow.
Wow, now that I didn't know about. That is interesting. That sounds very interesting.
So the earth is bubbling over on both sides.
Wow. Well, of course, I've been to Naples before, and almost everyone going to Naples goes up and has that. Have you ever done that trip to Naples and you go up to the old volcano there?
No.
Oh my God, it's kind of scary, I'm blocking out the name of Vesuvius, right?
Oh, Vesuvius.
Or Etna? No.
Yeah, isn't it? Wasn't it Etna? Was it Etna or Vesuvius? I think it's Vesuvius. But anyway, you can see what happened, the entire town, because a lot of the bodies were actually
Pompeii.
Pompeii.
Like Pompeii.
Yes, it was Pompeii, yeah.
So, I didn't go there, but some people from our group did, and I saw their pictures, and it's like horrifying.
Yeah, so what now? Of course, obviously, you were not in the main town of Sicily, Palermo, were you? You were outside.
We were in the town of Cefalù, which is about an hour outside of Palermo, and it's a little vacation town that all the Europeans go to. So the beach was literally like Rio de Janeiro. It was just like wall-to-wall people, and we weren't there at the high season either. We were there in September, so high season ends, I think, in July. So it was a pretty spunky, people from all over Europe, though. We didn't see a lot of other Americans.
And what's the name of that town again?
Cefalù.
I hadn't heard of that. That's right. So do the women go topless there like they do in the south of France?
No.
Okay, because in the south of France, I mean, all the women are topless. And
No, I didn't see anybody topless. There may have been some nude beaches, but I didn't go to any of them.
Yeah, no, but and so this is like I mean, obviously from the pictures I saw, very, very ancient. It looked like you were in a villa there that looked like it had to be 200 or 300 years old.
Oh, at least. Okay, so I was staying, and it was really cool because you look up on the mountain, and this was one of the remarkable things about Sicily is, and I'm sure back in their history they had to protect themselves. So I've never been to a place where they built their ancient cities on the top of mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So everything on the coast is a little bit newer. But the church, did you see that when I went out on my balcony, I could look right and I'd see this really old church, or left, and there was the water, and cobblestone streets down below. And
Yeah.
the church was built in 1100.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's something. My gosh.
Yeah. So my villa was very modernized on the inside, very nice, but definitely old. And I don't know if you saw the picture of the door, the front door. That I had
loved
to go
it.
in.
I'm a
Isn't
door.
that cool?
I'm a door aficionado. Whenever I go to Europe, I take pictures of the old doors. They fascinate me. You too, Kathy?
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, there's something that gives you the feel of a place so much by these doors. And some towns in Rome and other places have great door knockers as well. Some of them are beautiful, right?
Yeah, no, same here. And I actually had to go through that big door. Then I went through another big door in a courtyard, and then a third big door.
Wow.
So it was, it was pretty cool.
And so this was also kind of part of the tourist area. Did you feel that was where? Did you have other tourists staying in the hotel as well?
Well, I wasn't in a hotel. I was in a private villa.
Oh, you were in a private villa, like a B&B
Yeah.
kind of, a friend of a friend's, or how'd that work?
I rented it online through. It was either Airbnb or vrbo.com.
Oh, that's cool. That's wonderful.
Yeah. And it was really inexpensive, too.
And you were happy with it?
So happy. So happy. Everybody rented a villa, the wedding party, and a lot of people. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get my own place, and I'll meet up with you guys, which was great because I like my own space.
Yeah.
You know, I like quiet, and they actually stayed a little drive away, and I got to stay right in the middle of everything. So every morning I went out to the Duomo, which is the oldest church in one that's built in the 1100s, and had my coffee at the Cafe Duomo, and then there was the pizza place. And
is
that
Italian pizza like with the kind of thin hard crust pizza?
No, Sicilian pizza is like the thicker square one.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's so good, and so light.
And you got a chance to really go to the home and see the family of the family, right? Because there was family. Was it all Tantra's family, or did the groom have family there as well?
Well, we all came from the States, you know, in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Her brother came from Dublin, and her dad lives in Germany.
Wow.
But I don't think any of her family that lives right there in Sicily, I don't believe anybody there was at the wedding. I don't know that she has those kind of connections. I'm not sure.
Because obviously, the Sicilians and the family people, they can be rather traditional, especially if they're Catholic churches and everything. They can be from another time and space, and they can be very old school.
Traditional wedding for sure.
Yeah, it can be very old school, and it's a whole different way of doing a wedding. Of course, you know you got to be careful of what you wear, and there's the whole thing. And I mean, I don't think was it a Catholic wedding? Was it a long wedding, or it didn't seem like it was a whole Catholic wedding?
Yeah,
right?
it was. Yeah, no, it was a Catholic wedding. It was in the church.
Wow.
There in Tusa.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And but I mean, it sounds wonderful, and I want to give a shout out to you and a big congratulations that you did get the Nahoku Hanahana Award this last year.
Yeah.
And of course, your producer has an Italian last name too. Is it Dave Tucciarani? I'm always
he says Tucerone. That's how everybody in Hawaii pronounces it. But yeah, right, Tucerone. I mean, it's
So he
says Dave Tucerone.
So he's got Italian roots, of course, and that was such a great release you did. But and now you have a beautiful one. You went to Nashville to do Butterflies, right?
Yeah, actually, upstate New York, and Butterflies is released, and we're actually going to have an event at the Blue Note in Waikiki on November 14th.
Oh, exciting.
So
I thought you were
maybe
doing
you
that
could
in
come over.
Nashville. I didn't know it was upstate New York. Oh.
Yeah, well, he has a studio in Nashville as well.
Oh.
You know Lonnie Park.
Yeah, Lonnie Park, and of course you
Lonnie
went
and Jody, yeah.
Yeah, and they got married. So here's another example. You've been to 2 weddings this summer. You went to,
Yeah.
where did Lonnie and Jody get married?
Oh, Lonnie and Jody's wedding was so great. They got married at Castle Barnes Studios, which is where they also reside up in the country. And I think there was like 350 people there.
Wow.
And it was like an all-star cast of entertainers. And we all got up and played music. It was the Cages. It was Jody Quine. It was Grant Malloy Smith. It was, it was Voter and Tulsi. It was a lot of people.
A lot of great
Amy
musicians.
Ote.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people. There was a bunch of really cool people there.
Well, I have to say, Steph, you travel all the time for your music, and I don't do it as much as I'd like. I mean, I did see you at the Grammys in January in New York, but you travel all the time for your music, and I have to applaud you for being so dedicated and passionate about your work. And you've got a new documentary out that people can see as well.
I have an 18-minute short film that I submitted to the Sundance Film Festival. See what happens there. I mean, it's my first film project, and actually, you know all about it, Cindy.
Yes, I do, and I saw it, and it's fabulous. It's really, really wonderful, and I applaud you again for.
You like it.
I mean, you give it, and it explains your passion for being a folk singer. And that being a singer-songwriter is a unique thing, and you give it your all. No doubt about that. And Butterflies is a new chapter because you're doing it with a duet, and you haven't done a duet before with a guy.
Yeah, I've never done a duet, and I've never co-written either. So this is a brand new territory, but we're getting really good traction with it, and we've submitted it to the Grammy Awards for submission. Under American Roots Songs.
Mm-hmm. Well, good.
So,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited that you're going to be at Blue Note, too. That's a great place. I love that place in Honolulu.
I know, me too.
When's that? November what?
So November 14th, the Blue Note, and I'm also playing at Festa Italia. So right on the heels of my Italy trip, I'm going to be on the main stage there on October 6th in Kaka'ako.
Oh, really? I should have not turned my phone off there. Nope. Sorry about that. I my phone was off and then I turned it on. So I haven't heard about that place before. Where's that?
So it's in Kaka'ako. It's on Cook Street in Honolulu.
Oh, well, that sounds fun. Is it an Italian restaurant?
It's the big Italian festival.
Oh, how fun. Oh, my gosh. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And so
lots of good food. I can get fat again.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that sounds like a blast. I had never heard about that. Well, you don't really have an Italian festival here in Maui,
Yeah, there's a small community on Oahu, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, well, that's good. And it can get back again to your roots, right?
Yes. I'm always excited to do that.
So what's the best site people can go to follow you and see what you're up to?
You can go to stefmariani.com, or you can go to staygoldhawaii.com. And you can see what I'm doing. You can buy my albums. You can see my YouTube channel and all my videos and all kinds of fun stuff, press releases, articles. And you can also sign up to be on our contact list so you can get information first.
Well, it's great talking to you. I hope to see you soon, and I hope you get over here soon. And it sounds like
Cindy.
You got so much going on. I tell you, you really do always stay gold and stay busy. But thank you for sharing a little bit about this exciting trip. This is the kind of trip that I love when you're doing it on your own with some people that you're friends with, and you have your schedule you can create, and you get a chance to experience a place that is unique, and very different, that isn't a typical place people go to.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. And that was my first time doing it just like that, and it was great.
Oh, God. Good for you. Did you go shopping at all?
Not too much. I just sort of soaked it in, and there were a lot of events for the wedding, so I just kind of, went in and out. I was, of course, jet lagged, so I tried to take naps because, it's a full 12-hour difference.
Right.
So if it's midnight here, it's noon there. So I was kind of juggling with that a little bit, checking out food, trying to figure out when Italians eat because they don't eat all the time like we do.
No, they eat late. Way later.
They eat at noon. Like, you can't go and get lunch at 11 or 11:30. You have to wait till noon.
Yeah.
And you have to get it by 2, or else you got to wait again.
Or else it's closed, yeah. Well,
Yep.
I'm so glad you had a chance to call in and explain your latest adventure in Sicily. It's always good talking to you, Steph, and have a great event there at the Blue Note. It sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Cindy. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Thanks
for having me.
Okay, take care. Big aloha.
All right, you too. Aloha.
Aloha. Bye-bye.